I'm with Dominique Vidal and Eduardo Metzler, who have just been conducting a panel interview or a panel discussion on mergers and acquisitions, amongst other things. May I ask you, gentlemen, what do you think the key drivers are for mergers and acquisitions at the moment?
Well, thank you. The key driver in our case, in a traditional media company, is a strategic one. We understand that the M&A group plays a pivotal role in developing the future of our company. It's a very strategic, is related to the CEO, and it's something that plays, as I mentioned, a very significant role in the direction of growing and developing our company.
And Dominique, in your case, what are the key drivers?
I believe for most digital media, the core business when it's offline is shrinking, as we were explaining on the panel. And from there, you have to try other things. So basically, you have to explore new things, and M&A is obviously one way to explore.
And you both talked about the importance of the core business. When you're looking at acquisitions, how do you keep the core business to the fore when you're looking at moving into different business areas?
We understand that these are two separate efforts. The core business must keep growing and developing under its own characteristics and its own pace. Having said that, there's a new set of opportunities brought by changing consumer habits and advance of technology that we as a very entrepreneurial company, we must take advantage. And in order to do that, we need to keep the core business focused and doing their own business, but at the same time keep a very energetic and enthusiastic growth project based on the M&A that will develop the company for the future.
And Dominique, keeping the focus on your core business?
So that's interesting. So most of the time, as Eduardo is explaining, it's an add-on. It's an opportunity. You create opportunity for yourself. But I've seen companies in the digital media able to basically transition from one model to a different business model through acquisition, which is obviously very intriguing, very interesting, and very difficult to do.
And do you think, Eduardo in particular, that you should be looking at taking completely different business models?
Depend how you define completely different business models. We're not attached to one business model or one set of business models. We've defined what is the strategy for our company, what are the areas that we want to grow, and yes, they are in some ways different from what we've been doing for the last 50 years, which is TV, radio, and newspapers, of course. Now we are very dedicated into the digital environment and its own diversification within the digital, and we are very much into education as well. But the core for that, as I mentioned in the panel, is the passion of the shareholders. As the shareholders understand that in order to do one thing, you don't have to kill the other thing, and it's an add-on, as Dominique mentioned, we have a very focused organization playing in a diversified world.
Dominique, Eduardo, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.